when we're passing the experiments down there.
Deep underground at a lab in the southern Swedish city of Oskarshamn, dress rehearsals are taking place for what's set to be the world's first permanent solution dealing with the nuclear industry's spent fuel. Only 2 of these testing facilities exist in the world, and here at the Aspo lab, the ultimate resting place is being prepared.
We have radioactive waste that we have to take care of. You can't continue and operate if you don't have a plan for taking care of what's dangerous.
The Swedish nuclear fuel and waste management company SKB is owned by a collective of Sweden's nuclear power companies, and it spent 3 decades investigating the Swedish bedrock. This chosen place, right next to the Forsmark nuclear power plant in central Sweden, has stable bedrock that's 1.9 billion years old. It has very little flow of water and no desirable minerals. The storage method called KBS-3 is based on a copper canister 5 centimeters thick, made to withstand any kind of worst-case scenario, such as an earthquake or even an ice age.
Now, this giant machine is the one that will be depositing the 6,000 copper canisters into large holes about 500 meters below ground. Each of these canisters will contain 2 tons of highly toxic, high-level spent nuclear fuel, and the idea is for it to be safe here for the next 100,000 years.
So far, Sweden has accumulated more than 5,000 tons of spent nuclear fuel. It's stored here, 40 meters below ground, under 8 meters of water, but this is no long-term solution.
If you use water as radiation shielding, it's a vulnerable radiation shielding. You have to be here all the time, and you have to see this facility every minute, every day, and we will not do that for the next 100,000 years, that's for sure.
Even though the Swedish method is specifically designed for the Swedish bedrock, the project has attracted global interest, including the US Blue Ribbon Commission that's investigating what America should do with its nuclear waste. The Swedish industry's application is now being reviewed by the authorities, and if approved, this place will be the building site by around 2015.
What happens in Japan shows that leaving things on the surface makes it even more important to have a concept for the underground for a deep geological repository.
But the project is also facing heavy criticism from the local opinion group for a safe repository. They say SKB's documents reveal that the copper could corrode and the clay might not work as planned. Instead, they want a method with much deeper holes.
You have to have some kind of safe method, so if there are leakage in the future, it won't pollute the groundwater flow.
And the independent board advising the Swedish government agrees there are still questions that need answers.
That is a crucial issue. Is this material that is going to be used in the barriers actually going to protect a leaking capsule down there?
The outcome of the Swedish review will have a major impact on how the nuclear industry handles its waste. Finland, for example, has already started construction, hoping the method will be approved. Meanwhile, researchers at the Aspo lab are already experimenting with new ways of storing nuclear waste, pushing the boundaries one step further. Per Nyberg, CNN in Oskarshamn and Forsmark, Sweden.